Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, and I want to talk about the state of just Dragon Ball FighterZ right now, tournament-wise. Obviously, hey, proper tournaments not really happening due to the whole situation, and basically, hey, for the rest of the year. I think CEO is officially on for December, but we'll see if that actually goes through. But Dragon Ball FighterZ, since the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour is not happening, plan to have an online World Tour, and maybe that wasn't the best idea, I don't know, considering the state of Dragon Ball FighterZ Online, but they posted this. Dear Dragon Ball FighterZ players, we are experiencing some unforeseen delays in the preparation of the online tournament that was supposed to be announced in June. We want to thank you for your patience and continued support. We look forward to sharing updates with you once they become available. And that's all well and good. Hey, they planned for something in June. Obviously not. Hey, we're in July now, right? But here's kind of what happened. The player base, at least those that are vocal on Twitter, kind of had a small little revolt, I guess. So before even that post, we had a post from the Japanese end of things, and it simply said, hey, we're just looking for inputs from the players effectively. And hey, let's just scroll down on that. And as you can see, rollback, GGPO, that is also an alternate name for rollback. That's the original term from back in the day, right? But rollback. Hey, it's obvious now. This is more than just, some people pining. We're actively demanding from the developer, rollback netcode. Let's do it. And for the announcement itself that the online tournament, the online Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour, has been postponed and delayed, and we'll figure it out later. Hey, well, it turns out same deal happened. So yeah, honestly, any Dragon Ball FighterZ Online World Tour will be tainted a bit because of the netcode. Let's be real, right? Sometimes we get those awesome games, and that's fantastic, and that's great. 1-2 frames of delay. We can all work with that. But with a lot of people in an online World Tour setting, heck, even something from like Florida to Quebec, let alone anything more worldwide. Florida to Quebec can be an issue, let alone something crazy like New York to Texas or whatever, right? Like, the more distance we get here, the harder and harder it gets to work together. And for this display, I would say honestly, hey, it's time. So will Dragon Ball FighterZ ever get rollback netcode? Honestly, I don't know. There's netcode being worked on. That's rollback in-house Arc System Works. However, there's a lot of caveats and a lot of who knows if that could ever be ported to Dragon Ball FighterZ. But at the very least, it's time to let it be known. Bandai Namco is responsible for other fighting games as well. Like Soul Calibur and Tekken, they definitely don't have rollback, and they could definitely use it as well. And it's basically just time to let the developers know that we, the players, are absolutely fed up with the lack of rollback netcode in our games, and it has to be the case going forward. Hey, look at Online Evo, right? Everything that didn't have rollback netcode got the boot. End of story. Even big games like Dragon Ball FighterZ, like Tekken 7, right? Doesn't matter how big you are, if you don't have rollback netcode, you simply aren't worthy of running an online structured tournament, and that's going to be the case going forward. So yeah, just kind of letting you know the news as it's happening. If you see any official company on Twitter, and it doesn't have to be a Bandai Namco, it doesn't have to be ArcSys, anyone who's putting out a fighting game, and if they're not going to have rollback netcode, you let them know that it's not acceptable anymore. Like, this is in the far future, but say whenever King of Fighters 15 is coming out, right, and KOF 15 doesn't have rollback, hey, let's go crazy on SNK and let them know not acceptable anymore. But yeah, so I can only hope whatever's happening now can finally, in whatever way, lead to rollback in Dragon Ball's future. And at the very least, the bare minimum, something like Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. Lord knows how many years away that is, but whatever. At very least, at some point, Dragon Ball will get rollback. And you know what? Hey, other Dragon Ball properties could use it too. Xenoverse Online? You ever try to play Xenoverse PvP? Not very good, right? But yeah, man. Rollback is the future, and I can only hope the future obviously isn't now, but I can only hope it's soon. Anyways, my friends, that's it for this video. So hey, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball.
love making. This is the love